Hi y'all, so this has been a long requested video for some of us who wanted to know about artificial sugars. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there as one of my first YouTube videos. I'm really new to this, so we'll see how it goes. But what kind of gave me the inspiration to do this was on this warm, hot summer day here in Chicago. My air conditioning is not on because it would be blasting in the background and you wouldn't be able to hear me. But I open up into my fridge and I laugh because there's two cans, Diet Coke, Waterloo, and then there was also a box of Coors Light seltzers that were drank this weekend. So all the beverages that we have in our fridge. But what's funny about this Diet Coke is it's the only one in there. It's been in there for a really long time. I don't remember who brought it over to my house. They obviously didn't drink it. And even my partner, my fiance, would drink Diet Coke every now and then when we would see our family each week, and it was his like one soda of the week, but here he doesn't. And for me, preferably, I love sparkling water. I love carbonation. So like Waterloo watermelon, there are several of these in there that I just got the other day, and I'm already through like half the box. But yeah, that's what kind of drew me into making this video, as well as it being a requested video, because Diet Coke was a very, very common household item when I grew up in my mom's house, and it still is. And I have, even before I got into like health and nutrition, like we had tried just kind of like weaning her off of it, and it's addicting. And I can't say that I've ever been addicted to Diet Coke. I can enjoy one every now and then, but I'm going to talk about a little bit about why it is addicting, as opposed to something like a sparkling water, which physiologically really isn't addicting because it's literally, well, we'll start here. We'll look at the ingredients. So in Waterloo watermelon, it says purified carbonated water, natural flavors, 0% juice, 0 calories, 0 across the board. No carbs, no sodium, no fat, no protein. So really it's just carbonated water and like a splash of watermelon juice or something. Obviously it doesn't go into detail about what naturally flavored and other natural flavors are, as it says on the can here. But I can tell you for sure it's a lot cleaner than what's in a Diet Coke. So at the surface level, Diet Coke has somewhat of a better look to it than regular soda. 0 calories, 0 fat, 40 milligrams of sodium, and nothing else, 0 sugar. But here are the ingredients. Carbonated water, caramel color, aspartame, phosphoric acid, potassium benzoate to protect taste, natural flavors, oh, that's one that's in Waterloo, citric acid, and caffeine. Whew. So first off, I couldn't even pronounce potassium benzoate. And when you can't pronounce an ingredient, you probably shouldn't be consuming it. And it also says phenylethronics contains phenylalanine. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look it up. But what I do know is what aspartame is, and that's what I'm going to talk about today, is the impact of aspartame, which is actually a sugar-free alternative to sugar. And sugar is highly addicting in a lot of ways because it gives us those serotonin boosts. It makes us feel happy, puts us in a good mood, sometimes gives us energy. And what's interesting is that the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration here in the United States, just taking a look at my notes here, they approve a handful of these sweetener alternatives such as saccharin, aspartame, neotame, sucralose, and these raise your glucose levels by impacting our intestinal bacteria. And they're actually 200 times sweeter than actual sugar. So its potency is really high, even though it doesn't have sugar as its naturally occurring source. It's like I said, more potent than table sugar. It makes naturally sweet foods less appealing. So when you have a lot of these artificial sugar or sugar alternatives, it actually makes sweet foods like less palatable. And that includes fruits, and it makes vegetables not taste very good. So if you know someone, if you know a friend or a person in your circle or your household who just doesn't like vegetables, I'm curious to know if it's because they have a sweet tooth and they eat sweets. And when we eat sweets or even artificial sugars, it starts impacting the bacteria because we are feeding it what it wants. So when we are eating vegetables and whole foods and whole grains and protein, that's what it's going to want. Whereas when we're eating things like caramel color, aspartame, artificial sugars, that's what the body's going to want. And a lot of times these sugar-free options are actually cheaper than the actual sugar version of something. So like a sugar-free or like a diet cranberry juice is oftentimes cheaper than the regular juice, because real sugar, like cane sugar, actually costs more money to produce. So yeah, its potency is higher, and people who typically will eat artificial sugars or sugar-free types of foods are more likely to have sugar cravings. As ironic as that is, they may be more susceptible to weight gain, and the stimulation of insulin increases, and so our insulin sensitivity tends to have a challenge, and that's when weight gain can come in, or this whole war on carbs comes in, because all of our body is now responding to sugar or sugar substitutes, and it's not able to process all that with all the insulin being released. And so just to go over some terms, as far as labelings go, sugar-free actually means less than 0.5 grams of sugar per serving. Okay, so reduced sugar, on the other hand, means at least 25% less sugar than its original form. Like you'll see this on maple syrup sometimes. And then no added sugar just means none was added to the original source. So if there's like a fruit juice or something, it's not adding extra table sugar into that fruit juice. It's just coming from the fruit itself. And so point is here, if you're gonna go with some sweet, something you want to maybe have a treat for, it is a much better option to go with a natural sugar source, choosing a fruit or making a smoothie, or just having that cookie, and just monitoring your portion sizes and knowing and experimenting, finding out what works for you and what works for your body and what doesn't. So, according to the American Heart Association, women are advised to have about 25 grams or less of sugar per day. So that's about 100 calories coming from sugar each day. And if you're somewhere in that ballpark area, awesome. If you're someone who is consuming a lot more sugar than that, one great way to work towards decreasing that is just weaning off. And another option could be going cold turkey, which I've done for some clients, and it was really tough. They had some headaches and withdrawals, but eventually they came out of it with way less cravings, if any at all. And then just so much more control and empowerment over their sweet tooth that they thought was so irresistible, especially during PMS, and especially during times that maybe they were stressed or tired and had less willpower to make decisions on food, and something quick, sugary was right around the corner for them to reach for, or even like a little Diet Coke, which, by the way, caffeine as well as aspartame is also addicting. So that is why Diet Coke can be a little bit of a vice for some people. So maybe I'll introduce my mom to some Waterloo sparkling water, or Spindrift is another one. It actually does use natural fruit juices in it in a sparkling water. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope you got some information from this that can be useful and to share with someone in your life or for yourself, to be able to lessen the sugar intake. And if you need someone who can help support you in that, I'm open to chatting and seeing how I might be able to help you. All right. I have helped several women with sugar cravings, with headaches, with just overall energy, and their relationship to food and food choices. So I'm open to that. I am not just a food. I am a fitness and nutrition coach. I coach women online. So I'd be happy to chat if that's something you would like to explore together. I know this was more of an informational, educational video, but I'll be doing a handful of different videos on this platform and share them with you all soon. My next one is going to be a review on dino nuggets from Aldi. They're gluten-free dino nuggets. Yeah, I'm still a kid, right? But I don't buy them often, but it caught my eye this time. It's $5 for like a box, and so I tried them out, and that's gonna be the next video. All right, hit subscribe or like or share, and would love some feedback on this video and what you guys think. Bye.